LightSpeed, we've been extremely fortunate. All of our employees and their families are safe. No one has been personally impacted by the virus. The state of Georgia has a shelter in place and has now for several weeks. We as a company have been working remote for about 6 weeks now. It's been a challenge for us to be able to help our clients the way that we'd like to. In fact, most of our guys are reaching out to customers to get their systems upgraded to the latest version of LightSpeed, doing some additional training. And a lot of our customers, we too are doing a bunch of special projects. The kind of projects that you would always get to but never had the time. Well, guess what? We now have the time. One of the pieces of technology that we've been using to communicate with is Microsoft Teams, as has a lot of the country as well. But for those of you who don't use Teams, you can instantly chat a coworker. You can click on their contact information and dial them up and talk to them on a video. You can do audio calls. You can do document sharing. It literally is like working side by side with people. So what we thought we'd do today is I convinced Trey to give me the double super admin login for Teams. I think what we'll do is we'll start with the development department. You know, those guys are used to looking at their computers all day long and just typing code, and they never talk to each other. So I got to believe that the transition for them has been really, really easy. So let's go check out the dev team first.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up?
So,
What do you mean the website is down?
hey, I'm trying to talk.
Что от меня хотите? Что за мной подсматриваете? ФСБшники хреновые. Все, уходите, уходите.
Thought we put that to bed. Oops, wasn't what I was expecting. Well, that was development. Why don't we spin the dial and let's go check out client success.
Yes, I'm 100% sure every computer should come with a power cord. 3 prongs, you just line it up with the wall. Can't miss it. It's easy. It's okay.
Yes, Ms. LightSpeed, it seems that the paper is in the wrong direction. May I please have you turn that around? Oh, no, not the printer. The paper, please. Thank you.
No, touching the screen isn't going to do anything, sir. You're going to need to use the keyboard this time. Keyboard and mouse. No, sir. No, pressing, punching, it's not going to help, sir. It's not going to respond. No, I am the manager. Yeah, you're speaking to David. This is the manager.
Okay, so it looks like things are semi-normal in the client success world. Those guys always do a great job, and I know one of the things that's happened as a result of this is our hold time has gone way down. You know, we should probably go check in on Trey. He's been really juggling a whole bunch of different projects and trying to, you know, somewhat maintain a calendar of installs and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I know we've got 2 installs to do in Switzerland, but I just really still think it's a little too soon to be flying internationally. I mean, let's talk about it again in June, maybe?
Didn't realize he ran a pet rescue operation outside of LightSpeed, but hey, it was a cute looking cat. You know, the department that has probably struggled the most with this is our sales department. I mean, you can't really sell anything. You can't even call customers to sell anything. In fact, we've told our guys, don't call to make sales calls. Call to do wellness checks. Call to find out what we can do to help. Call to find out, you know, how we can serve. You know, we got Mike Ferguson that he's been with us now for over a year. Mike's an independent contractor. He owns VMAX Solutions. You know, his company represents operators that want to sell their companies, and I can only imagine his business has kind of come to a standstill. So let's turn on his camera and see if we can find out what's going on in Mike's worlds.
What I'm trying to figure out, Alien, Luke Skywalker. I think Alien would by far win against this guy.
Wow. Well, you know, poor Lindsay. We brought Lindsay on board right before all of this started. You know, Lindsay worked at 365 for a long time and spent the last couple of years with Crane. We brought her on as our senior national accounts manager, and she's in Michigan, which has been on lockdown a whole lot longer than most of the country has. Let's turn her camera on and see what's going on.
Stop! Stay Oh, excuse me. John, can you hold on 1 second? Hold on 1 second. Kids, I'm on a conference call.
I just hope they consider liquor stores essential in the state of Michigan. That's pretty challenging. I know our kids are really good, but working from home and being cooped up inside presents a whole new world of challenges. Speaking of working inside, hey, let's check out the hardest working man in vending and see what he's up to.
But you have no idea how hard I'm working trying to keep things going. It's crazy. This whole work from home thing, it's got me stressed out. You never get away from work. You never ever get a chance to put it down. I mean, it's always work. I mean, you can't escape it.
Hey, nobody said you couldn't multitask. You know, there's one guy we haven't heard from, and that's our owner, CEO, Randy. I wonder what's going on in his house. I know he's been a great leader through this and has really kept everybody calm and realizing that we're going to get through this with no problem.
Hey, when you're done, I've got a lot of dishes that need to be done as well. Thanks.
So ready to go back to work.
We'll let that clip speak for itself. Well, there you have it. That's a behind the scenes look at what's going on here in LightSpeed. I just want to take a minute to say that it's been extremely proud. I personally have been extremely proud of being a part of this industry. The stories that we are reading and hearing about people in companies in industry, or people in our industry stepping up to feed the first responders and the people that are in the healthcare industry, the people that are actually going to work every day and putting their lives at risk, has been really rewarding. And as I'm exceptionally proud to be a part of this collection of people that are going above and beyond every day. And in closing, I think, you know, we've heard all the positive messages, and we've heard everybody talk about how we're going to get through this together, and I'm convinced that's the case. But I'm going to take a different approach. I think we all would feel better if there was a villain, if we had somebody to blame for this whole mess. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't work, but I think we can universally agree that there's one person that we can all blame for this COVID-19 crisis: Carol Baskins. And for those of you who don't know who Carol Baskins is, you obviously haven't watched Tiger King. And I'm not sure I can, in good conscience, tell you to watch it, because your life will never be the same once you see what's going on inside that world. But if she can feed her husband to the tigers, what is a little virus? Anyway, there is one company that we're not going to blame for this. Cinco de Mayo is right around the corner. Let's not ruin that holiday. Cheers. Be safe. Thanks for checking out this episode of A Minute with Marler, and I hope it brought just a couple of minutes of humor into your life. Thanks for watching.